what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome! Raw review for the viewers at home today. One of the most anticipated raw reviews we have seen thus far. It is, of course, on the all new Core Nutritionals Core Pump in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. You've all been waiting a while for this one, and I've purposely been holding off on this one. Want to get through a full damn tub myself before I drop the raw review in this bitch. Anyway, that nutritional information panel ain't gonna get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this here core pump. Luckily, got ourselves one of these big ass nutritional information panels for the viewers at home. Starting from the top, 1 scoop, 10.3 grams, got yourself about 28 of them 10.3 gram bitches in one of these core pump bitches. In terms of what the 10.3 is made up of, starting from the top, got yourself vitamin C as ascorbic acid, 250 milligrams, 417% recommended daily intake. That's going to be in there to help you absorb all of these delicious ingredients we're about to go through. The pump blend in the core pump. Starting from the top, agmatine sulfate, one of the most proven nitric oxide boosters we have seen thus far, in a 1,000 milligram dose. 1,000 milligram dose with agmatine, you're talking anywhere from like 750 to 1.5 grams is quite efficacious, quite common in pre-workout supplements. In fact, Core Nutritionals pre-workout, the Core Free Extremes got 750 in there. This core pump got 1,000 milligrams in there. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's towards the upper end of a clinical dose, but I would go so far as to say it's clinically dosed. Moving right along, you've then got L-citrulline in a 3,000 milligram dose. L-citrulline also a very popular nitric oxide booster, man. Gonna increase nitric oxide production, gonna reduce the friction of blood flow, help with their muscle pumps, help with nutrient delivery to working muscles. 3,000 milligrams, about half maximum clinical dose. So we see generally what is accepted generally is the maximum dose of L-citrulline, the most efficacious dose of L-citrulline is 6,000 milligrams. We're talking 3,000 milligrams in this core pump, so it's about half that amount. Moving right along, we've then got one of our favorite muscle volumizers, Hydromax Glycerol, 65% glycerol in that there Hydromax in the 2,000 milligram dose, viewers at home. Hydromax Glycerol, the primary ingredient in one of our favorite nitric oxide boosters, obviously got to be that Purest Labs Noxygen, man. 2,000 milligrams is damn near twice clinical dose of the Hydromax Glycerol. 1,000 milligrams is the clinical dose. 2,000 milligrams, double that clinical dose. For those of you, for viewers at home who are unaware, the Hydromax Glycerol obviously yields 65% glycerol. Glycerol got to be one of the most proven muscle volumizers we have seen thus far. And the difference between, just because I don't want you to get it twisted, viewers at home, the difference between things like agmatine and citrulline and arginine and different types of arginine, we're going to go through that in a second. They are nitric oxide boosters. They increase the amount of nitric oxide. They're going to increase nutrient delivery to working muscles. They're going to increase vascularity and do all those other delicious things nitric oxide boosters do. Glycerol is different. Hydromax is different. It's not in itself a nitric oxide booster. It's a muscle volumizer, so it increases intracellular water retention. It increases the amount of fluid that is held intracellular in the muscle cells, viewers at home. So it's going to help volumize muscles. It's going to help with nutrient delivery to those muscles also. How was that for a knowledge bomb? Moving right along, and then finally, of course, we've got the highly interesting, I wouldn't go so far as to call infamous just yet, but the highly intriguing substance known as Nitrosigine, aka inositol arginine silicate. Now this is really cool. Now we're starting to see this pop up in a bunch of different pump supplements, viewers at home. Just to break it down for you real simple. we got 1,500 milligrams of the nitrosigine, which is considered over and above clinical dose. The clinical dose, from what I can kind of see and deduce myself, is about 1,000 milligrams. So we got 1.5 times clinical dose of nitrosigine. Now, nitrosigine is real cool. It's arginine in a base of inositol and potassium silicate. Now, what the inositol does is increases the solubility of arginine. So it makes arginine more bioavailable, more usable by your body. And what they've done is they've done studies where they've compared this nitrosigine, which is a patented form of arginine, and they've compared it to free-form arginine or arginine hydrochloride. And what they found is they get 5 times the blood vessel relaxation. They get double the amount of vasodilation and double the amount of localized blood flow when compared to free-form arginine or arginine hydrochloride. But most importantly, the one thing they find with this nitrosigine is up to 14 days after you take nitrosigine, your nitric oxide levels are still elevated. So not only are you getting the kind of transient effects of a nitric oxide booster, such as agmatine and citrulline, those transient effects of, you know, better muscle pumps in the gym, improved vascularity, and perhaps the short time increase in nutrient delivery, but through 14 days after taking it, your nitric oxide levels are still elevated. So you're getting all of those benefits over the long term, in addition to just the transient effects that you would expect to experience in the gym. Got yourself some artificial flavors, no artificial colors, and that's what's in it. So it's a pump, it's a pre-workout pump supplement. That's effectively what it is. It's not a standalone stimulant-free pre-workout. I just got to say that from the outset. I don't want viewers at home to get it twisted. I don't want you guys to get confused. It's not a standalone stimulant-free pre-workout supplement. Obviously, there's some ingredients, some pretty basic ingredients that are missing if it was to be that type of supplement. It's not pretending to be that type of supplement. It is a straight down the line pre-workout pump nitric oxide booster muscle volumizing supplement. That's it. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in 2 flavors. Comes in sour apple candy. Comes in pineapple strawberry. The same flavor that Core used for the Australian exclusive Core Fury Extreme, I must say. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, which tub should I open? I've actually, my personal tub is a sour apple candy, so I've already got one of those in my gym bag. So I reckon I'm gonna open one of these pineapple strawberries, man. Gonna rip the lid off this bitch. Bro punch. Now check this out. I want you guys to appreciate this, because as consumers of supplements, this is something that we all appreciate. And I think having a CEO of a supplement company, Core Nutritionals CEO, Doug Miller, natural pro bodybuilder, possibly one of the, if not the best natural pro bodybuilder ever in the history of the sport, obviously is a consumer himself. I love it when I see supplement companies, man, fill that bitch right to the top and pop that scoop right on the top of that bitch as well, man. That is delicious. So let me grab a scoop of this Core Pump in the pineapple strawberry. We've got the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test about to go down. Got myself a glass of water, double-walled glass of water, man. I'm gonna throw myself a scoop of this here Core Pump pineapple strawberry up in this bitch. And let it rain, let it rain. Check that out. I'm actually gonna hold for a second. I'm not even gonna use a spoon. I just wanted to show you guys how that kind of just mixes by itself. Not bad at all. I will grab a spoon. Put a few flicks of the wrist up in this bitch. Nice to see the fellas gave me a tablespoon. We must be out of teaspoons. Everyone using it in their fat burning supplements at MassiveJoes. So check that out. Couple of flicks of the wrist. That is mixed damn near perfectly. There's no flow, there's no sinkers. I would go so far as to say blender bowl is not required for this here Core Nutritionals Core Pump. In terms of how it tastes, man, let me refresh my memory on how this pineapple strawberry Core Pump tastes, man. Damn. Flavors are on point, which is no surprise dealing with core nutritionals, man. You're not rocking with the best. I don't around when it comes to flavors, man. Flavors are on point. The really impressive part of the fact that the flavors are on point with this core pump. Like, sure, you can expect the core ABC to be on point, the pre-workout, the core Fuel Extreme to be on point. The really cool thing about this core pump being on point is there's some nasty tasting raw ingredients in this shit, man. If you guys have ever had freeform agmatine sulfate before, or you've seen freeform nitrosigine or freeform arginine before, the shit is damn near repugnant. I would go so far as to say it is disgusting. And the fact that they've been able to flavor core pump and make it taste delicious with those very difficult to work with raw ingredients, man. I got a lot of matches stomp my feet for this motherfucker. That is damn near impressive. Round of applause for my brothers at Core Pump. In terms of the effects, it's time to stop around. We're gonna get serious now. In terms of the effects, because that's what you're taking this shit for. You don't give a shit that looks good on paper, man. You couldn't care less that the shit's damn near delicious. You want to get pumped and jacked. That's what it's about. That's why you're taking the pre-workout pump supplement, viewers at home. And let me tell you, viewers at home, when it comes to a pre-workout pump supplement, if you gave me a blank piece of paper and said, Massive Joe, here is a blank canvas. Create yourself a pre-workout pump supplement from the ground up. The things I would put in it personally, I would be putting agmatine, I would be putting citrulline, I would be putting Hydromax glycerol for the muscle volume, and I would be putting something in the way of arginine. I'm just not sure what type of arginine I would be putting. With that in mind, if you go through and you rewind this pitch and you go through to what's actually in this core pump, it pretty much ticks all of those boxes. Now there's a couple of things that I want to address before I go and tell you about my personal experience with core pump, just based on the actual ingredients in it. Because we went through it and we noticed that the agmatine was not maximum clinically dosed as a gram versus possibly could go up to like 1.5, possibly even 2 grams. The citrulline was about half clinically dosed, so you're talking 3,000 milligrams when it could have been up to 6,000 milligrams. The Hydromax was fine, the Nitrosigine was fine. Now the reason why the agmatine and the citrulline are not maximum clinically dosed, there's a twofold reason. The first reason is making these kind of supplements, these kind of pump supplements where you've got a bunch of different ingredients that work synergistically with each other. It's not always a case of just putting as much of every ingredient as you can in the maximum dose and just boom, they work together like that. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to take a dose of one down to get it to work synergistically with another one, or take a dose of one up to get it to work synergistically with the other one. And that's why you see in this core pump, less than maximum clinical dose of agmatine, about half maximum clinical dose of citrulline malate, 2 times clinical dose of the Hydromax, and 1.5 clinical dose of the Nitrosigine. That's the reasoning behind it. It's not just about throwing all them bitches in, it's about the ratios and how they work synergistically with each other. And viewers at home who have taken in particular agmatine and citrulline together would know exactly what I'm talking about. If you put a full 6 grams of citrulline and a full 1.5 grams of agmatine, it actually doesn't work that well. On the other hand, in this core pump, I don't know what the hell Doug Miller has done. My brother and I, and Doug Miller, CEO of Core Nutritionals, man. It's one of those things where I don't know if they just fluked the ratios, or if there was, obviously there was some beta testing. You take one up, you take one down, you kind of see what works best, man. But I gotta say, like, I think the best way to say it is, from my personal experience with pump type supplements, best pumps in my life, man. I don't really think it's worth me even going into any more detail about what I experienced. I've posted a few photos on Instagram at MassiveJoes, man. You can go check them out with like the vascularity and the pumps and shit that I've experienced. I don't think there's any other way that would add anything else other than to say that with this core pump, man, best pumps of my life. I'm not even with your viewers at home, man. Muscle pumps are just like stupid. Are just like we say in other videos, we say skin splitting muscle pumps. I'm talking just damn near stupid skin splitting muscle pumps. I'm talking vascularity when I'm not even lean enough to have vascularity and it looks like I'm 4 weeks out from the show. It's just damn near ridiculous. I've got veins in my bloody arms, down my forearms. I've got veins in my quads and I'm nowhere near stage condition at all. It's ridiculous. The muscle volume from the Hydromax in combination with the nitric oxide boosters, man, is just like, it's hard to explain in a video. I really need to show you guys some training footage, but I think it's suffice to say that from a pump supplement point of view, man, the absolute best pumps I have ever experienced from a pre-workout pump supplement. It's almost like, you know what it's like? It's like, and this is a good segue into the last point that I want to make about this core pump. It's almost like taking your favorite nitric oxide boosting supplement, combining it with your favorite muscle volumizing supplement, which for viewers at home who are aware would be Purist Labs Noxigen, smacking them bitches together and voila, you got yourself Core Nutritionals pump. That's probably the best way I can explain it from a supplementation point of view, but even probably smacking them bitches together and then adding like another 30% on top of it because everything in it just works synergistically fantastic with each other. That is probably the best from a supplementation point of view, the way that I can explain it. Now, the one thing I'm going to say is it is expensive. There's no way around it. There's no bullshit in the viewers at home. It is an expensive supplement. But when you look at it at taking something like your favorite nitric oxide booster and your favorite muscle volumizer and putting them together, it's definitely cheaper than that. And then when you look at the fact that there's 28 serves in there and you don't take more than one scoop, it's not the kind of supplement where you're going to get any benefit taking more than one scoop. You're not. One scoop is all you need, so you're getting 28 full serves. And when you break it down per serve and consider that it's really like 2 supplements in one plus a little bit more, the value for money is on point as well. The final thing I will say is when you take your core pump and you stack that bitch with the Core Fury Extreme, me, you're gonna have the best workouts of your life, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW Review and all the other deliciousness in our YouTube channel. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW Review on the all-new Core Nutritionals Core Pump in the house. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay